Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Arsalan Farrukh and I teach math and physics. In this video, I will explain how to form the equation of a perpendicular bisector and how to use it. So, to find the equation of perpendicular bisector, you will be provided with 2 points, 2 coordinate pairs, and you will have to find out the equation of perpendicular bisector of those 2 points. As the name clearly indicates, you are looking to find out the equation of the line which is perpendicular to the join of these 2 points and also which is bisecting the join of these 2 points. So this line that you're trying to find out the equation of must be passing through halfway between A and B and must be perpendicular to the join of A and B. And to do that, the first thing you would do is to find out a point through which the perpendicular bisector is passing. And that point, since is halfway between A and B, you will just find out the midpoint of the 2 given points. So once you will find out the midpoint of the 2 given points, you will get a point on the perpendicular bisector. After doing that, you would want to find out the gradient of the perpendicular bisector. So you have to recall a fact that if 2 lines are perpendicular, the product of their gradients is equal to -1. Or you can also say that the second gradient is negative reciprocal of the first gradient. So again, the 2 points that are given to you, you will use those 2 points to find out the gradient of the line AB. And once you have found out the gradient of the line AB, you will negative reciprocate it. That is, you flip it over and then you multiply it with a minus sign. You will get the gradient of the perpendicular bisector. You also need to recall the formula of the equation of straight line in terms of point and gradient. So this is called point gradient form, which is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. x1 and y1 are the coordinates of the point through which the line is passing, and m is the gradient of that line. So x1, y1 would be the midpoint of the 2 given points, and m would be the gradient of the perpendicular bisector that you would have found by negative reciprocating the gradient of the line joining the 2 points. And once you have done that, you have put it in this formula, you will get yourself the equation of perpendicular bisector. Let's have a look at an example. Like I have been given a point which is A, -3 and 1, B, 5 and 3. And I have to find out the equation of perpendicular bisector. So I use these 2 points, apply the midpoint formula, and I get the midpoint of these 2 points. I again use these 2 points and find out the gradient of the line joining these points. And then I negatively reciprocate it. So when I flip it over, it becomes 4, multiply with minus, it becomes -4. This -4 is the gradient of the line whose equation I need to find out. And this point 1, 2 is the point that lies on that line. Once you have gradient and you have a point, you can apply the formula y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. In place of x1, I'm going to put 1. In place of y1, I'm going to put 2. And in place of gradient, I'm going to put -4. Just simplify it and you have gotten yourself the equation of perpendicular bisector. One more thing that you should know and you should be able to use is the fact that once you have found out the equation of perpendicular bisector, you must know that every single point that lies on the perpendicular bisector is equidistant from point A and B. So if you choose any random point on the perpendicular bisector, its distance from A is equal to its distance from B. So in some certain situations, like for example, if you're being asked to find out a point on a line y is equal to x equidistant from A and B, since it is equidistant from A and B, from this fact, I would know that the point that I'm looking to find out must be on the perpendicular bisector, but it also has to be on the line y is equal to x. So that means that the point that I'm looking to find out must be the intersection of these 2 lines. So I solve these 2 equations simultaneously and get myself a point that is going to be on the line y is equal to x and also equidistant from A and B. So that is all you need to know regarding the equations of perpendicular bisector. I hope it was a helpful video. If you found it useful, please do give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.